All right, everyone, I got my lucky Tony the Tiger Frosted Flake shirt on. We are heading over to an estate sale. This is another race against the clock event. So I have less than an hour left. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So I figured we'll try this now, I think for around the 4th time. So you can see the house right over there with the dumpster in front of it. That's where they clear out a bunch of junkier, less valuable stuff before the sale so people could walk through it and navigate it easier. But let's head on in there and see what treasures we could find with some great deals. It's 50% off for the last hour. Well, not much in there. Okay, just getting an overall sense of things. A lot of the stuff says made in China. This is another example, made in China. Made in China. I like pelicans and I like Aruba.
I have a cute yellow one I got. Yeah. Need the lummy. Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready.
Hi, Dominic.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good.
Mom? What? I haven't found anybody yet.
Hey there. Checking if we have any goodies in here.
Well,
Did you leave anything for me?
Slim pickings.
Yeah, well, it looked like slim pickings from the photos initially.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it wasn't bad
Yeah.
earlier.
yeah. You were here from the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Nobody?
no.
Oh, it's this box.
Oh, cool.
You want to take
So
this
it's the
box
envelope in
out?
it.
That's what the smell is.
Huh.
And yeah.
All right, nothing else over here, but I like these two plates here. Anything that you could tie to a specific region like Puerto Rico, that's a really nice one, so I'm gonna pick that up. People just love picking up things associated with their heritage. And I always look for Holly Hobby stuff. Mrs. Primetime's a big fan of her. All right, now, I also like this one, not just because it's Christmas related, but it also has a pewter look and feel to it. Normally pewter is marked as such, and I don't see that anywhere here. So, but still, it's just a cool look to it, and I love that it has Santa on it. So we'll pick this one up also. I mean, just so much of the stuff in here is made in China. I mean, even this thing, look at this. So that's just a bad sign when you're estate selling, is if you see lots of stuff made in China. All right, so let's move from here to over here. I actually can't even believe this. I did a whole video on how much money you can make by reselling pine cones. And look at the size of these. These are real pine cones. These things are ginormous. Wow, so cool. I'm just gonna grab this entire thing. And oh my God, look at this one. Look how tall this is. I'm gonna do really good with these pine cones. There's another one over here. Yep, believe it or not, pine cones, pine cones, pine cones. I will link to it up top about a video I did on it. You gotta check it out, it's crazy. Also, it comes with some faux wood grapes, so I'll pick that up too. And check this out. A lot of people probably didn't know what this is, but do you remember Mrs. Primetime sourcing this at a garage sale? This was used by tailors back in the day to make precision cuts. And all you gotta do to ship this, it's easy. Just take the bottom of this off. It makes it way easier. And just put it in a little bag and just tell people in the description section that they just have to screw that on, because otherwise, you know, it could snap off and it's a pain to find a box. But she sold this for like $30, so you know, awesome piece. there's just not much in this room. But I think I will roll the dice on these because I could see someone using this going out night on the town, doing a little gambling. So this is pretty cool. All right, folks, well, this just goes to show that even if you wait until the end of the sale and a house where most of the stuff is made in China and where there really wasn't much stuff to begin with, you could still make out well. This is all the stuff I got in this box. And this box, ignore that box back there. That's my Doctor Who blanket and all other stuff I keep in the car for like emergencies and stuff. But, oh yeah, we got this little tiny guy right here. And an even better part is the total price. So it's half off at the end, and there you see it right there. $5 for everything here. So I'm real excited about this. You know, not a massive haul, but there never was going to be one from that house, even from the beginning. So, you know, considering the situation, successful day. You don't have any more of these 7-Eleven exclusive mini puffed Funkos, do you?
I don't think so.
Is this the only one?
Huh?
Is this the only one?
I think so.
Because, I don't know, is there any other place you'd have more of them?
Maybe the other ones, I'm not sure.
So I see what happened here. Because if you look at it, there's these like little brown spots on it. You see that?
Yeah.
So, but that comes off. If you just wipe it, it comes off. But I think they just thought it was damaged. Like, but it just wipes off. That'll all clean up.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see any like warping to it or anything. So, yeah, I'll pick it up. Well, thanks to the do, this is as good as new. As you can see, it cleaned up really easily. There are no more brown spots on it around the cardboard or on the plastic. That $5 sticker peeled off really easily. So we are good to go. This was a good investment. It has sold for as high as $35 recently. And the cheapest you could get it right now is $25 on eBay. And it's gonna go up in value over time because it's a 7-Eleven exclusive, so always look for those exclusive stickers on the lower corner of the Funkos. Plus, Funko Pop or not, anything Ghostbusters that is Stay Puft Marshmallow Man related, especially if you put a piece of pepperoni pizza in his hand, I mean, that is just golden. So I'm excited about this, but now let's go over those other items that I picked up at the estate sale and check out some comps there. So this was our first one, the Aruba Pelican stained glass sun catcher, just sitting there by its lonely self on that suction cup on the glass door as I walked into the house. You know, and it just goes to reiterate what I've said many times, which is that you got to look on vertical structures such as walls and doors for hidden items, because people's minds just don't tend to go there. They tend to look on tables and they miss the things that are attached to something vertical. So I love pelicans. I've always said as well that look for animal related items. Stained glass is pretty, plus you have a country associated with it. So there's lots of reasons why someone might like this. In addition, you have a little action going on here with the pelican swallowing the fish. Now, there's no comp for this exact one, and people ask me a lot, what do you do when you can't find an exact comp? Well, you look for things that are close. So you would look up things like Aruba stained glass, Aruba sun catcher, Pelican sun catcher. For Pelican sun catcher, there are a bunch of things, nothing specific to Aruba, but, you know, there's one that's sold for in the $30 range, and then most of them sell for $20 or below. So I'll probably start it somewhere in the 20s, and then if it doesn't sell, I'll lower it a little over time. And then I might increase the price because you need to wait for a specific buyer that's looking for something that's Pelican and Aruba. But so many people love going to Aruba that I think this is definitely going to be a good seller. So we'll get that listed. All right, now in general, I try to avoid items that are made in China, but there are some exceptions to it, and this is a good example. So this is a mini loaf pan that is made by a company called Nantucket, and Nantucket items like this are pretty collectible. What drew me to it is, number one, first of all, it's mini, so people love miniature things. Number two, it has this nice rural country fall harvest type of design to it. And it's double-sided, plus there were 2 of them available. So people like to buy things like this in sets of 2. If you're thinking holiday, this would be most associated with Thanksgiving, so someone might want to put it out then. Also, it has nice, solid, strong construction to it. It doesn't feel like some cheap imitation, fake type of thing like made in China, like a lot of the plastics. This is nice and solid. So you could sell something like this for about $25. Like that would be the upper end for 2 of them, and that includes the shipping. Christmas ones would sell like that, Thanksgiving related ones. So that's where I would start these out and kind of, you know, hold them there for a while. The lowest I would go on them is like 20 bucks, and you know, then just kind of, you know, mess around with the price here and there over time. And fall isn't too far away, so start getting ready to put some of those fall items up. Oh, and how can I forget? I always say look for things that have roosters on them. Those are very collectible as well. Well, mamma mia, as someone who is half Italian, I love looking for big, giant Italian cookbooks like this. Selling points are if they're vintage, if they're hardcover, and if they have cool color photos in just like that. This one sells for as high as $25, so a good pickup for barely anything. All right, so if you look around at enough estate sales and garage sales, you are going to come across some vintage Holly Hobby stuff here and there. Look for this character. That is Holly Hobby herself. Sometimes she shows her face, sometimes she doesn't, and you also need to know her friends, so make sure you look up some of the Holly Hobby characters, but you'll see them marked on the back as Holly Hobby. Someone took a best offer on this one recently. They had it for like 25 bucks plus $7 shipping, and the cheapest you could find one now is about $25, including the shipping. But there literally is Holly Hobby stuff all around you. See what I mean? Mrs. Primetime literally just found this today at a garage sale in a free box along with a bunch of other stuff. So it is Holly Hobby herself, and this doll, this is sold recently for as high as $38 and change with the shipping. So just be on the lookout for her. All right, now here's an extra special Primetime bonus tip for you. This applies to all plushes, not just Holly Hobby, but look on the back of the tush tag label, and if it says Knickerbocker on it, that tells you right there that you have a vintage plush. I've done very well with all Knickerbocker items before, including my Sesame Street plush ones that I sold previously. All right, so I really like this leftover Puerto Rico souvenir plate. There's several ways you could tell that it's a souvenir plate. Number one, it just looks like one. Number two, on the back it says not for use for serving food. So you have a little hook on it that you would hang to decorate. Plus, and this is the key, this design here with all these open windows that look like this exact shape, this is the exact design that they use to make the souvenir plates for states in the US. And so the going rate on these varies between like $8 to $15 plus about $12 to $13 shipping. So, you know, I'll put it somewhere in that range. There's not one up right now, so I'll probably pick the midpoint or something, and we'll see what happens with it. All right, so as to our 10-inch Santa Claus plate, and you could see him there holding his big bag of toys. There's no exact comp for this one. I don't think it's really pewter, although it is strong and it is metal, so that's a selling point I could mention in the description section. I don't think this is really a vintage piece. It says made in the USA on it, and it seems kind of modern to me. So while there's no exact comp, I will probably list this somewhere around the $25 range and see what happens with it, but let me know what you think in the comments. All right, now as to this beaded dice purse, somebody has a smaller coin purse that looks similar to this, listed right now for $22 plus $4 shipping. However, it hasn't sold recently, so this is bigger, that one's smaller, so I'm thinking maybe around $25 for this. Let me know, ladies. All right, so this is the item I was telling you about that's used by the tailors. It's called a pin it skirt marker, and you just turn this little knob here, and that will allow you to move this up and down, and this is where you would make the hem marks on the dress to do the adjustments and the cuts. So as I was saying earlier, you could sell these for as high as around $30. Mrs. Primetime found this once at a garage sale for just a quarter, so they are out there and they could bring you in some good money. All right, now it's kind of like a running joke at this point on the channel, but the lovely ladies are always coming to life and helping me find great treasures when I go out sourcing. This is another great example. This is a ceramic paperweight of high heel black pumps, and it also has the little bows right on the front, and these are not ceramic, they're actual bows made out of cloth. So that's cool. If you want to see the bottom, that's what it looks like. So in terms of what the price is at, there is nothing like this right now available on eBay with the black pumps, but there are some things like it on Etsy. I found the exact one on Etsy right now. It's on sale. Someone had it for $71 and it's at like $53.25 right now on sale. So I'm probably just gonna put it on eBay for 50 bucks and we'll see what happens with it. But you know, I'm definitely excited about this one. Here we go. This is the big lot of pine cones. Whoa, Jesus, flying at me. Look at the size of this one right here. This thing is enormous. It's huge. My goodness. So, oh my God, look at this. I'm gonna take this off to show you. Look at this thing. This thing's almost as big as my head, this pine cone. It's crazy. So, yeah, believe it or not, you can make good money selling pine cones. There are certain types of pine cones that people look for. Ones in the Pacific Northwest, for example, are really popular. Ones in Louisiana are popular. The Northeast, not so much, which is where I'm located, but I haven't seen pine cones like this before. So I don't think these were sourced from around here. I think these were purchased from somewhere else, and I just happened to find them sitting at the bottom of that area in that one room. And then what happened is my daughter and I were walking around the neighborhood, and she saw that I picked up these pine cones, and you know, then we just saw a few other ones laying around that we just picked up and added to it. So we picked up 1, 2, 3, like 4 other pine cones just to add to the bunch. So I'll probably just sell these off as like a big lot. So like you can see, here's another one. It's pretty enormous. Let's see, we have 1, 2, here's another big one, 3. This one kind of looks like a pineapple. 4, 5, it's a pretty big one, and 6, that's a big one too. And then inside we have some smaller ones, so probably like 15 or so pine cones, 15 to 20 maybe a total. Plus I got this nice basket as well. So we'll have to see. I haven't figured out an exact price yet, but you know, comps are kind of all over the board with this sort of thing. But yes, you can resell certain types of pine cones. All right, we're going to check in on what Daisy is doing in just a moment. She is guarding Primetime Treasure headquarters in a way you have never seen before, and it is pretty hilarious. Now, I hope you had fun at another Race Against the Clock estate sale video. I will make more of these in the future. They're a lot of fun for me to do and make. Now, if you want to have more fun, make sure you come and check me out on Whatnot. My username there is Primetime Treasure, no S at the end. And you'll see I do a live auction pretty much every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Just have to check my schedule. I have one coming up June 4th, so that's Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's a Spider-Man focused comic book auction. It's going to be awesome. I do a lot of comic book auctions there, but I also do some non-comic auctions as well if you're looking for other vintage and collectible types of items. Like recently I just did a big plush auction. Now, if you want to see some more cool vintage and collectible stuff, and speaking of the Northwest, make sure you check out Lori's Vintage Northwest. That's her eBay store. It's awesome. She has all sorts of cool vintage items. She even makes some of the items herself that she sells there in the store. But you'll find toys there, you'll find dolls, you'll find clothes, all sorts of cool vintage unique items as well. So check her out. The link is down below in the description section. If you get anything, let her know that Primetime sent you. Now let's go check out what Daisy's doing. I'll see you at the next one, everyone. Take care. Uh-oh, Daisy, what's that noise? What's that noise? Do you hear that? There must be a bird out there. And Daisy, look. The bunny rabbit is here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Daisy sees the bunny. Uh-oh. Daisy, what's that noise? What's all these noises? Uh-oh. Oh, Daisy, oh, you're mad. Look at you. Oh, the chipmunk. The chipmunk. The chipmunk, Daisy. Uh-oh. The dreaded chipmunk. This chipmunk is a big enemy here at Primetime Treasure Headquarters. He goes up and down that drain pipe all the time. Daisy can't stand him. It's Charlie the chipmunk, Daisy. You gotta get oh, whoa! What a jump! Oh, look at that. Whoa. He's nervous, he hears us. Charlie the chipmunk, oh, where'd he go? Oh, look at that. Look at that, he doesn't know what's going on. Whoa, wow, he goes fast, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look how he's standing up like that. Whoa, he's fast. Whoa, where'd he go? Oh, look,